So I'm kind of wary about wearing this white shirt on camera because I feel like my foundation is just gonna look orange. And also I feel like with the exposure issues with my camera, I'm probably gonna just be whitewashed completely out of this frame. But look at this shirt. She's got a blonde bob and it says, "I can save this mess by myself." It's literally the perfect shirt. So foundation and exposure issues aside, this is what we're going with today. Hey guys, so as you could probably tell, we're talking about Chilling Adventures of Sabrina Season 3, Part 3, however we're titling it. I wish I had one of those lights that you can change the color of the light bulb so I could be in an all-black room with just a bunch of red bulbs around me to signal the dumpster fire that was Season 3, because that was a hot mess. And don't get me wrong, I love Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Like, it's a good show. And you watch it kind of expecting a hot mess. You know, since Season 1, the plots haven't been the strongest, the dialogue has been kind of cringy, but you watch it because for some reason, you love it. And I didn't hate Season 3, but what the heck was it? My main question is, why was there so much singing? Where did that come from? Why did it come? And can it go away? I wish they spent half as much time as they spent choreographing musical numbers as they spent writing the storyline, because that needed some help. This season hit 2 of my top 3 biggest pet peeves in storytelling, so you could kind of see where I'm going and what I'm feeling right now, because it just annoys me so much when they use pregnancy as a plot twist and all of a sudden the female character, her life is worth something again. She was gonna die before, she was marked for whatever before, you know, she's done bad things. Whatever the character is, the writers think that the pregnancy will fix it. And I'm just like, can we not? Please. Have I just been burned by Season 4 of Sherlock and Rosie? I feel like at least with Lilith's kid, we might get some, oh no, Sabrina's got the throne, but now it's a boy, and will the boy get the throne? I guess we can get that, but I swear to God, if they time jump so that we get him at an age where he could fight for the throne, like, that's just gonna be a hot mess. And I'm just hoping that they keep Lilith around, because Michelle Gomez is the best part of the show. And I will be sad if she dies. The second thing I absolutely hate when shows and stories do is when they pull out time travel to fix all of their issues. Endgame. Because they just couldn't come up with another way to do it. And I guess maybe they were hoping that, oh, now we'll have 2 Sabrinas, like that'll be engaging and dynamic. But the thing is, now we have a paradox we gotta fix, and I'm just, why? And it doesn't even really make sense as to how Sabrina got there. Like, how did she get herself out of the stone in the first place? Like, where did she come from if she was in the stone? Where, what timeline? What timeline? Where? How? That was not explained. I feel like I would say, oh, maybe in Season 4 they'll explain it, but they're not gonna explain that in Season 4. They're gonna be like, ah, it's a paradox, let's move on, let's try to fix it. So I'm just giving up on that. That happened, and we're moving on. I'm also wondering if they've got a competition or something in the writer's room for who can write the absolute most cliched lines possible. Were they in like a stereotypical romance novel? First of all, they're all like, what, 16 years old? Like, why are they like living and dying for their romances? Like, y'all, you got life to live. You don't need to worry about this just yet. Like, it's not life or death. Like, it's chill. And there's this one scene with cliched dialogue that's backwards. I feel like it's actually like the actors read the wrong character almost. It's the scene where Roz and Harvey are talking and she's back after having been turned to stone. And Roz goes, "I thought I lost you forever." And Harvey's like, "Oh no, you'll never lose me," or something like that. I'm paraphrasing because I already deleted it off of my phone and I don't have internet, so I can't rewatch the episode that it's in. But basically the gist of it was Roz saying, I thought I lost you forever, and Harvey being like, oh no, you'll never lose me, I'll always be here. Which is cliched to begin with, but in context, it doesn't even make sense. Roz was the one who was stone. Harvey was the one who watched her stone break into 1,000 pieces. Like, he should be the one saying, I thought I lost you. And then she should reply, you'll never lose me. Like, why is that switched? And I know I'm nitpicking on like the most minor of scenes, but what the heck? So much of the dialogue is cringy, and normally you look past it because you're like, oh, whatever, this is a good show, you know, we've got witches, we've got Sabrina, like we've got Michelle Gomez, we've got Hilda, like we've got good stuff going on. But when the rest of the plot's a hot mess, the dialogue needs to be up another level. Like, it's I feel like my entire analysis right now, slash review, slash thoughts, because I just finished watching it, is very nitpicky, but were there no other virgins that they could have picked? Like, you're telling me this entire town had 3 virgins? Theo, Harvey, and Miss Wardwell. What? That begs the question, is there an age limit to this pagan magic? Like, there has to be, because in a prior episode they literally show the ice cream man sacrificing a child because she's got the most pure, innocent heart. Like, why would you not want to use her? She's definitely a virgin. Like, I guarantee you that little girl's a virgin. I'm sure there's got a bunch of other little children who are also pure, innocent, and virgins. Why are we not using them? Like, are the pagans like, oh no, they're a child. They haven't decided if they want to be a virgin forever or not. Neither have high schoolers. Like, even if Greendale is like the smallest town ever, you are not telling me that out of that entire high school, there are 2 kids and 1 teacher who have not had sex. And then when the old gods win, it really looks like the only place that got overgrown was Greendale. Like, you went to Scotland in an earlier episode. Show us Scotland overgrown. Show us New Orleans overgrown. Like, show us the places you've been with the effects of this pagan magic. They're supposed to have affected the entire world, and it genuinely looks like they picked the smallest town in America that has 3 virgins, and they were like, oh yeah, this is what we're gonna take over. It's so bad that Sabrina needs to create a time paradox to fix. Can you show us it's bigger than Greendale? Please. And then speaking of Sabrina, I feel like every season I'm like, okay, yeah, let's give Sabrina a chance. And then she ends up being the most annoying character. Like, in season 1, I was annoyed at her because she was meddling in people's lives because she thought she was doing the right thing for them, which is an engaging and dynamic, like, character arc for her to take if she was gonna realize that her actions had consequences and she would need to work on herself and realize that her way may not be the best way for everyone. But it's season 3 and she still hasn't really, it hasn't clicked in yet. This season, she was the poster child for what not to do and what not to say to someone with PTSD. Because she was trivializing all of his pain. Maybe he didn't thank her as well as he could have. But she didn't thank him as well as she could have either. Like, it was a shitty situation that he had to sacrifice himself to protect the world and also Sabrina. Oh my god. The fact that he then came out and said that the sacrifice was all for her and she wasn't worth it? Like, dude, Nick and Sabrina are off the table. That is like a make it or break it relationship moment. And that broke it. You do not come back from you were not worth my sacrifice. I wanted to shake both of them. And then I really feel like her and Harvey should not get together at this point. Like, especially because I feel like she still has not yet acknowledged that she completely fucked him up by killing the brother, bringing the brother back, and having to kill the brother again, and then at the beginning of the season also killing the brother in front of him again. Their worlds are too different, and I feel like her and Nick cannot possibly come back from You Weren't Worth the Sacrifice without a hell of a lot of counseling. But, you know, I don't hate her and Caliban together. This show, to me, is not about the relationships at all, but I do feel like her and Caliban, like, were compatible. I was very annoyed that they kept calling each other cheaters, but, like, neither of them cheated. This is a game to win hell. I don't know what they were expecting. Like, were they expecting rules? It's not cheating to watch your opponent and do what they do and then take the crown. Like, that's not cheating. It's also not cheating to take the bowl and run. Like, that's not cheating either. That's literally both of you doing exactly what the task was supposed to be, and I don't know why they kept going at each other about the other one having no dignity. Like, y'all, you're the same person. I do love, though, how she embraced her queenly duties so fast. She already delegated all of her work to someone else. Lilith wanted to be Queen of Hell, so it makes sense that she would be taking over many of the day-to-day duties. Like, that's fine. I have no complaints about that delegation because that's what Lilith wants. But did you see how quickly Sabrina got that first task and walked it immediately to Ambrose and said, "Hey Ambrose, can you find this crown for me?" Am I remembering this correctly? Isn't he the one who killed Herod too at the carnival? Like, he's the one that killed Herod. Honestly, Ambrose should just be King of Hell. He did all the work. I've touched on Sabrina. I've sort of talked about Nick, but what the heck happened with Zelda's arc? Why the heck did she turn Lilith away? She's over here being like, we're gonna support the women, we're gonna bring the women in, everyone take refuge, we are gonna stand up against the world together as strong females. Oh no, not you, Lilith. Not the OG female. We don't want you here. And speaking of Lilith, I really wanted more of a payoff for the Lilith and Miss Wardwell thing they had going on. They kept building up how she didn't remember a huge chunk of time in her life. She found his wedding ring, the palm reader said he was dead. Is she questioning? Did she kill Adam? Like, what's her thought process? Miss Wardwell is this devout Christian woman who probably attends services because she's a devout Christian woman. You're telling me she trusted this random priest she has never seen before at any service ever before she trusted her fiance who like magically came back to life? Like, she did not question that at all. So this random ass priest again tells her that the Spellmans, a student of hers for many years, is a witch. And instead of being like, okay, maybe, but you know, she's got good scores on all her English papers, she straight up goes to their house and murders the student's aunt. What the hell is that even supposed to accomplish? He told you the Spellmans, plural, were witches. You killed one of them. One of them. Now you potentially have two angry witches after you. Like, what? Where's the logic? Then to have Lilith literally rescue a child and say that she's Mary Wardwell, like, I want to see her put two and two together. You literally have Michelle Gomez playing two characters and you wasted at least one of them and didn't really give much to do to the other one. And that's so disappointing to me because she could do so much more. And can we use her? Can we use Michelle Gomez, please? Like, I want to see her acting, please. Also, is Lilith giving Blackwood the mark of Cain supposed to symbolize that she would rather be dead than tortured forever by Lucifer? I feel like the kid in her, annoying plot device of pregnancy aside, is only gonna keep her safe for 9 months. Like, what the heck? Is she just planning on straight up like using her motherhood to survive for the next 18 years and then hopefully in that time like making it up to him? Or is she genuinely planning on him killing her as soon as the kid is born and she would prefer that over being held captive by him for the next eternity? Like, I feel like that's what I'm taking from that. which is very sad and very interesting. And like, I just want to know, does she have a longer plan in place? Like, is she hoping Blackwood takes Lucifer out? Or is she genuinely slightly suicidal? Like, I want to know how I should be taking this. Lilith is clearly my favorite character, and I just want to know. I just want to know. Please spend more time on her. Plot, please. I'm begging you. I feel like I just spent the entire time complaining about this season, but honestly, I didn't hate it. I'm happy I got to live in the world, you know, for a little bit. Like, I enjoy Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, which is probably why I was so disappointed to begin with. But I feel like I should end this on a more positive note and talk about what I actually did enjoy. And the first thing is that lunar bath scene. That was beautiful. Like, I don't know how much of the budget that took out, but those glowing effects, gorgeous. Love that. I felt like I was watching Runaways, and I was just watching Carolina glow. And the beginning of that kind of had like Midsommar vibes, which actually worked really well. It gave like such an eerie feeling that when the pagans were introduced, it like set the scene and gave the whole thing such an air of unease. I feel like we also have to appreciate their outfits, because whoever did costuming this season knocked it out of the park. Like, oh my god. Sabrina, you know, she looked cute. I would say this season definitely had her best wardrobe yet. But forget about Sabrina. Let's talk about Prudence. Every single outfit she was in, I was in love with. There was not a look she did not rock. She had satin, she had silk, she was in white, she was in black, she had lace, she had leather. Like, she was killing it. Whoever did costuming for everyone, but particularly for Prudence, like, man, you win like the best of the entire season award. I feel like I can't end this video without talking about the most unexpected but also the most exciting scene of the entire season. Zelda and Marie. Part of me is like, where was the build-up? But the other part of me is like, dude, none of the other relationships had build-up either, so you might as well get some good representation out there. I was so excited when they kissed. I squealed. I wish I could figure out how to record like my screen when I watch Netflix so I can make those commentary videos, because I feel like I'm constantly yelling at the characters and I'm constantly like squealing when stuff happens, and I'm just very excited when I watch it. And usually I am excited alone in my room watching it. So I might as well record what I'm talking about and share it with the internet, and maybe we can all react together, but I have no idea how to do that. So if anyone knows how to record your screen when you're watching Netflix, please let me know, because I would love to make reaction videos and I would be really excited about that. But anyways, I feel like this actually might be a really healthy relationship for Zelda, which is good on so many levels. A, because I feel like she's had a lot of toxicity in her life, but also B, because she won't be so dependent on Hilda and Sabrina, who both want to live their own lives eventually. And she hopefully won't feel as bad about them leaving if she's able to establish a life of her own. And I feel like this is a good and pure relationship, and I swear to God, if season 4 messes it up or reveals some evilness at play, I am going to be very upset. But so honestly, all that being said, I mean, I love this show. It doesn't matter to me how cringy some of the dialogue is, or how corny it is, or how crazy the plot lines are. Like, I just genuinely enjoy watching this show. Like, it's a hot mess, but you know it's a hot mess going in. So, you know, season 3 is what it is. And honestly, I'm really excited for season 4. Like, who cares? I want to see what happens. So thank you guys for watching. Please feel free to comment down below with your thoughts on this season. And if you like this content and want to see more of it, consider subscribing. See you guys.